Unfortunately, sometimes with numbers and things with the rosters, we weren't able to keep him around. But I think the plan was always to try to find a way to get him back in this building, and we're so fortunate that he was able to come back this past week. He's a great player. He can play multiple positions for us. I know he's going to continue to work hard, and until we get Mike back, hopefully soon, I think we have the guys that can step in and make plays.
What does that say about him, the fact that, especially your position, all the running that you do, you're in a 40-yard sprint at any given moment, and the fact that he was able to stay in that type of playing shape while he was away from the team? Yeah,
he was gassed a few times. I saw him on the bench. I had to get him some water, but no, he did a great job. He came in and worked really hard this past week of practice, and he could tell he told himself, like, man, I got to get my conditioning back up and stuff, but you can tell that he took care of himself, and with the injury that he had in his back in the preseason, that was kind of scary for all of us, and he did great rehabilitation on that. He looks excellent out there running his routes already, so we're happy to have him. He's a big part of this family.
Vincent, you guys only have one season in San Diego. I want to ask you about what it was like playing with Drew Brees and what you've seen him become in New Orleans.
Again, everything you hear about Drew Brees is right on, is accurate. He is a consummate pro. He's a true leader of that team, that organization. What he was able to do, with that shoulder injury leaving San Diego and becoming the face of the franchise, him and Sean Payton able to turn around pretty much the whole, organization, for that city, and revive that city in such a hard time they went through. It's pretty amazing, and he's just a great person, great human being. He works really hard. I remember being a rookie, and he used to line me up at different places on the field and close his eyes, after practice and take drops and try to hit me, with his eyes closed. And he's just one of those guys that never wants to see a ball hit the ground. He's going to give you his best shot. He's going to be competitive. He's going to take risks, but that's fun to play with, I'm sure. So he's a great guy, a great competitor. Looking forward to it.
What's the secret in those last 2-minute drills, those drives, to keep your composure? And what is the key? Breeze is very good at it. We saw Mike do a very good job with it.
I think it's about having a smart football team. It's about really educating your offense, your offensive linemen, your running backs, your receivers, knowing when to get down, when to get out of bounds. Obviously knowing the situation of the clock. Score. Do you need a field goal? Do you need a score? Exactly. When you see teams execute well, it's usually not because they do amazing plays. It's because maybe somebody doesn't make that mistake where, oops, shouldn't have went out of bounds, or oops, he should have fought for more yards. Those kind of things usually kill those drives. So I think our coaches do a great job just educating us each and every week, looking at different situations around the league that have happened, and I think that's going to be key for us moving forward.
Why do you think you had more shot plays or deeper balls? Is that Mike letting things develop downfield? Is that just
I just think our plan was just going to be a little bit more aggressive. Overall, I think our coaches said sometimes we're going to have to open it up just to get guys out the box a little bit, and I think that's something you'll see continue to develop throughout this season. Again, we got great running backs, great tight ends and receivers that can make plays. So we'll be as balanced as always, but I think, putting that pressure, stretching the field up a little bit is a strength for us. We should do it more.
It seemed like they were also playing you a little bit single high.
Sorry, go ahead.
It seemed like they were also playing you guys a little bit just single high. That's not something you always see.
They were pretty mixed, you know what I mean? There was a lot of, 3-by-1 formations, keeping the safety support on the single receiver. So, again, it's going to be matchups. So teams are going to throw different looks at us quite a bit with our formation. So, we don't see a lot of just straight up single high man-to-man very often. Certain down and distances you will, but it just predicates on the defensive scheme.
You've seen like 13, 14 games now, Vince. Up close. Poised for a young quarterback.
Yes.
Not scared. The moment's not too big for him. That's pretty rare for a young kid.
Absolutely, you know what I mean, and I noticed it even when he came in. He got pushed in, last year. He was prepared. You know what I mean. He had that look in his eye, like, hey, I've studied hard, I've worked hard. I'm on mechanics as a quarterback, and obviously mentally, learning our playbook and our system. So this year, with another year under his belt, the coaching staff has really done a great job with him, and he's put in the time. You know what I mean, and so when you put in the time, the effort, and you work hard at your craft, you should be able to step out there on that field and feel confident. And that's what you see with Mike, is that now he has some more experience under his belt. He's seen some different looks from the defenses. He's a lot more confident with his reads. He's trusting players around him, and he's playing aggressive, and it's fun to play with.